Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. Today we'll be doing some Kamigawa Neon Dynasty drafts. If you like the videos, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into our pack 1 pick 1. Our rare is Shigeki, Jukai Visionary. It's an interesting card. I'm not a big fan of it. I haven't played actually enough with Shigeki. I've never actually played with it before in the drafts, but I'm not really or seen it, so it's surprising. Not really sure how good it is. Dockside Chef is pretty strong. Containment Construct's really good if you have the synergy. Commons are like Intercessor's Arrest. Shrine Steward if you have some enchantment-based removal. Okiba Reckoneer Raid. Tawashi Song Shaper. Kami. Imperial Oath, really strong. I think I kind of like Dockside. It's just a good kind of card. Yeah, let's take Dockside, see where that ends up. As we are past a Virus Beetle, so that's a pretty strong black card. There's also Experimental Synthesizer, Seismic Wave, Covert Tactician. The Samurai archetype is nearly unplayable for anyone who has played Kamigawa Neon Dynasty before. Other notable cards like Mothrider Patrol's fine. Seismic Wave is pretty decent removal. But yeah, just take the Virus Beetle here. Works really well with Dockside and other synergies. Maybe even some ninjas if we get them. As we are past a Patchwork Automaton. Pretty strong card if you have enough artifacts for it. There's also a Tawashi Song Shaper. Most of these are not very exciting cards. Like, You Are Already Dead, Guardians of Oboro, Planar Incision, Reckoneer's Bargain, Favor of Jukai. All of them are pretty underwhelming. Yeah, I like taking the Patchwork Automaton, and if we get enough artifacts, then we can go into that kind of strategy, where we just get a big automaton. Like, Black-Red is where you want to be for this kind of card. Tawashi Song Shaper, also great, but let's take the Patchwork Automaton. We already have one Virus Beetle to go with it. And here we have a Containment Construct for if we have any like discard synergies. It looks pretty good. Ninja's Kunai, pretty decent. Harmonious Emergence is fine. Tamiyo's Completion is pretty good removal. 4 mana just deals with anything. And even deals with equipment, so that's nice. I like taking the Containment Construct if we get any like discard synergies with it. Plus, it's an artifact for our Patchwork Automaton synergies, and if not, we can always just like cycle it with Dockside Chef or something. And it's a 2/1 artifact, so that's relevant. Here we have Assassin's Ink and High Speed Hoverbike. Those are both really good cards. Assassin's Ink is good removal. I'm not sure if it tops High Speed Hoverbike, though. Like, High Speed Hoverbike, especially if you're in, like, Ninja archetype, it's super powerful, being able to keep returning and tap stuff down. Assassin's Ink is just instant speed removal. High Speed Hoverbike is an artifact for a Patchwork Automaton and is cheaper. Let's try the High Speed Hoverbike. Let's see where that ends up. And here, I think that's a 4th Guardians of Oboro we see, maybe the 3rd. But yeah, pretty bad common. Here, Chain Flail Centipede's pretty strong. Commune with Spirits is playable in the enchantment-like style deck. Boon and Basejo is a decent combat trick, but Chain Flail Centipede is just the easy pick here. We're already in black. It's an artifact for our Patchwork Automaton. It's a pretty strong card in general. And, whoa, that is a late Moon Circuit Hacker. Wow. Well, if that's a signal to go ninjas, I don't know what else is, because that is just a really strong blue card. And it works really well with the High Speed Hoverbike. So, any other notable cards like Papercraft Decoy, Swift Water Cliffs, Web Spinner Cuff, Golden Tail Disciple's fine, playable, not amazing. Yeah, Moonstrucker Hacker, easy here. And, okay, a second Moonstrucker Hacker or Roadside Reliquary. Probably this Hacker. Roadside Reliquary is definitely good, especially since we have like 2 enchantments and 5 artifacts already. And it can be like a land that draws 2 cards later in the game, but I think Moonstrucker Hacker's better here, especially with like Virus Beetle and High Speed Hoverbike. And also with the Containment Construct too, since it will be able to discard cards. So let's take the Moonstrucker Hacker. And now we can take like a Kami of Terrible Secrets. We have 3 enchantments, 5 artifacts. I like it. Intercessor's Arrest, Shrine Steward are both fine, but we're not in white, and Shrine Steward's a little expensive for this style of deck. And Experimental Synthesizer on the wheel? That is surprising. Well, if red ends up being open, we'll have Synthesizer just in case. Planar Incision. It's fine. We have some ETBs that might want it. Like Virus Beetle, High Speed, Kami. Yeah, that's it at the moment. But yeah, seeing Experimental Synthesizer that late is surprising for any red deck. Or like somebody took the rare before they took, which was like the unplayable Samurai before they took the Experimental Synthesizer, so that's surprising. Nothing really here for us. Let's just take the Akironin just in case we go into red. My recording pause there. But basically we just took Commune of Spirits and Thundersteel Colossus. Nothing too insane. Yeah. So this deck is shaping up pretty good. And Swiftwater Cliffs on the wheel, like if we want to splash something, that can be decent. Here in pack 2, our rare is Tatsunari, Toad Rider, an amazing card if you have some enchantments. Otherwise, just a 3/3 for 3, but you're always going to have some enchantments, so it's pretty decent. There's also Moonsnare Specialist, pretty strong ninja card. Prosperous Thief is fine. Inkrise Infiltrator. Red cards like Go Shintai, but Tatsunari with 3 enchantments already I think I like. If we do end up red, we'll bring this back in, but we already have the blue to activate Tatsunari, and works really well with ninjas as well. Just being able to give unblockable, then being able to like do some fun shenanigans with that. Here, there is another Moonstrucker Hacker. Those are really strong cards, and there are enchantments for Tatsunari, although we're most likely going to be ninjutsuing them rather than casting them, so I'm not sure how much they count for as enchantments. Spirited Companion is also strong. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa is strong in the white decks. Mechanaut is strong for the artifact decks, but just take a Moonstrucker Hacker here. Whoever passes pack took the uncommon, so they're not in white. Yeah, let's just take Moonstrucker. And here, another Patchwork Automaton, anybody? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts still, which is not amazing. There's also Virus Beetle. Not sure if Patchwork Automaton or Virus Beetle. I think with triple Moonstrucker Hacker and a Dockside Chef, I think I like the Virus Beetle here. And 1 Patchwork Automaton's already good enough. Now we just need like more artifacts to support it, even though Patchwork Automaton is an artifact. I think we'd rather just get another Virus Beetle in the deck. So come on in. Here, a Twisted Embrace is just premium removal. Roadside Reliquary again would be amazing, but premium removal spell here. Also adds an enchantment for Tatsunari purposes. And Kami of Terrible Secrets as well. But yeah, Twisted Embrace, great enchantment. Here, wow, this is utter garbage. For us, at least. Like, Mnemonic Sphere we might play. I don't think we will, but we might. And then this doesn't do anything. Oh, it's definitely going to wheel. Yeah, just take the Mnemonic Sphere. And here, wow, another Virus Beetle. Okay, I'll snap that up real quick. These are the two only commons in the set, or in the pack, so that's notable. And a Network Disruptor. I like to see that for the Ninja deck. Return to Action is also great, especially with Virus Beetles. But, or like Kami Terrible Secrets, but Network Disruptor is always good to have. It's an artifact. It's a ninja that you can like easily get back. Here, Thirst for Knowledge. Papercraft Decoy. Scoured Barons in case we get a white card that we want to splash. Let's take Thirst. I like the card draw it gives. And Suit Up's a pretty good combat trick. It cantrips, and it's basically a 2-for-1 as it it kills a creature that's blocking one of your creatures and draws a card, so I like it. Here, nothing special. This is like the Kyodai pack. Just take the Mechanaut and ruin someone's day if they're playing artifacts. Although I doubt anyone's playing artifacts, or else they would have snapped that up. Saiba Trespasser. I guess 20 free gems. This was the trash pack. This only had Virus Beetle in it. And Crackling Emergence, yep. Here is our third and final pack. There is a Go Shintai of Hidden Cruelty. It's not bad. Not amazing, though. There's a Armguard Familiar. That's fine. Roadside Reliquary, gonna be good, definitely in this deck with all the enchantments and artifacts we have. I think I like taking the Roadside Reliquary here. Like, we do need, like, at least 5 more playables, but I think the land here is better. Yeah, just take the Roadside. And now we can take Okiba Reckoneer Raid over Twisted Embrace. This is super good in the Ninja deck. Yeah, I like taking the Okiba Reckoneer Raid over the Twisted Embrace. Yeah. That's a lot to say. Okiba Reckoneer Raid, Okiba Reckoneer Raid. Anyway. Here, Containment Construct, Sky Swimmer Koi, Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, and Dismal Backwater. We do need some playables, so... And Containment Construct, we have 3 Moonstruck Hackers, Thirst for Knowledge. We have 1 Containment Construct. Let's take the Dismal Backwater. I'm sure one thing's going to wheel out of that pack. And here there's a Okiba Reckoneer Raid, Moon Circuit Hacker, and Mukutai Ambusher. All these are super good cards. But I think we need the 1-drop so we can like turn to Ninjutsu in the Moon Circuit Hackers. Even though it... Or turn 4? Yeah, turn 4. But it's still super strong. Yeah, Okiba Reckoneer Raid over Moon Circuit number 4 or Mukutai Ambusher number 1. And now we take the Mukutai Ambusher or the Network Disruptor. Let's take the Network Disruptor. It's more early game. And now we can take Inkrise Infiltrator. How many artifacts do we have? Artifact enchantments do we have? About 16. So Runaway Trash Bot's a little kind of fun, but not amazing. Just take the Inkrise Infiltrator. And now a Tamiya's Completion doesn't look bad as a removal spell. Chain Flail Centipede's fine, but we already have 1, and I don't really want 2 in the deck. Plus enchantment-based removal is nice. Just take my Light Paws here. It's not any gems, but here is our wheel pack. We can take Papercraft Decoy or Armguard Familiar. I think I like Armguard Familiar. It's a pretty decent card. Being able to be in the late game, just a pump effect. And here, a Lethal Exploit as just like a decent removal spell. or cheap removal spell at that. Yeah, I like that. And nothing really here. Yeah. This deck turned out to be much better than originally intended, or expected. And we're getting, like, Arm Guard Familiar. We don't really want to play Planar Incision that much. And, yeah, everything else in the deck looks pretty solid. I'm down for running 16 lands in this deck, just because of how aggressive it is. And how much, like, early card draw we have with Moonstruck Hacker, and, like, we can just loot away lands as well. So I like running 16. Nuzumi Blade Blesser. Fine, but not amazing. And just a land. Okay. How we're gonna split our mana. Twisted Embrace does need double black. We do have more black in the deck, so let's do, yeah, 8 basic swamps, 7 basic islands. Let's get my favorite looking lands. Seven of those and 8 of those. Or, sorry, 7 and 7 of those, since we have the Roadside Reliquary. Completely forgot about that. And we didn't pick up any from the draft, but you are already dead. There we go. So, let's jump into the games and see how the deck does. I will see you all in round 1. Alright, we are here in game 1, and this looks like a fine hand. It's missing blue. But besides that, it's looking pretty decent, so we'll keep. We'll see how this works. Swiftwater Cliffs, Gain a Life. Okay, do we want to run Network Disruptor or Dockside? Let's run the Dockside. That way we can still have the Network Disruptor's ability. And if we draw our Patchwork Automaton, or not Patchwork. Wait, yeah. The artifact that gets +++ encounters when you cast another artifact. We'll play Island, swing for 1, see if they block. They don't, so we get a free little damage. Cast a Virus Beetle. Ping, or have them discard a card. They discard a Forest. Ooh, this is the 5-color Shrines deck. I like it. We mill an Island and a Moonstruck Hacker. Land, move to combat, swing. They block the Virus Beetle. Tis a shame. We'll ninjutsu in a Moonstruck Hacker. Draw a card. And another Virus Beetle. Don't mind if I do. We'll cast that instead of the Dockside Chef to be more mana efficient. And because they have a flyer, Inkrise Infiltrator is not going to be that great. They discard Befriending the Moth, which is a little too slow in this matchup at the moment. End of turn. They pay and mill me 1. We mill Thirst for Discovery. We'll play Island. Cast Network Disruptor. Tap this. Move to combat. We'll put a stop at end of combat, just in case we draw a ninja that we want to ninjutsu in. We do not, so we can remove the stop. And we'll discard a land. We don't need any more lands. And now we'll cast an Arm Guard Familiar and a Dockside Chef. We'll play the Arm Guard Familiar instead of the Inkrise because it represents more damage, even though the activated ability on Inkrise is nice. They cast Behold the Unspeakable. That's annoying, so now our entire board is fogged for a turn. Well, we could equip Arm Guard, but that won't really do anything, so Patchwork Automaton, Inkrise Infiltrator. Pass the turn. Yeah, the 3/3 is definitely annoying, and so is the draw too. Scry 2, draw 2. But what can you do about it? Imperial Oath. Yikes. I guess we're gonna have to win in the air. End of turn. Nothing. We'll move to combat. Swing in the air like that. Are they gonna block the Inkrise or the Network? They block the Inkrise? Like, if we have a ninja, they want to block the Disruptor, which we do, so correct thing to do. Get Moon Circuit Hacker into play. Draw a card into another Moon Circuit. Cast another Inkrise and pass the turn. And their Saga flips into a scary flyer, which will definitely Tamiya's completion. Because it's going to lose all abilities, it'll just instantly die as well, so that'll be nice. They play a Sky Blessed Samurai. Okay, that's super bad for us. Yeah, this is bad. We trade off with one of the Samurai and double block another. Since we don't really have the mana to pump into Dockside, I think I kind of like blocking like that. And we take 2. End of turn, we mill 1. Okiba Reckoneer Raid, we draw a land. I mean, I guess we just pass the turn. Tamiya's completion, the Sky Blessed Samurai, most likely. They Shrine Steward. What do they fetch? The Green Shrine, possibly? Yep, the Goshin type Boundless Vigor. Yep. We'll tap down the Sky Blessed Samurai. Their visions is really small at the moment, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Island. Reconfigure onto the Network Disruptor. Swing with both. Now their visions can't kill any or trade off with anything. And we'll Ninjutsu Moon Circuit. Trigger, we draw a card. Tatsunari Toad Rider. Now that's a good card. The 5-color or 4-color shrine deck that splashes like one small card. Very annoying. They cast Ghost Shintai of Ancient Wars. That is not good at all, considering they can grow their Lost Wisdom into giant mill S3 cards. Yeah, we're getting a little low on cards. Well, Tatsunari, Inkrise. No attacks and pass a turn. We still have one Okiba Reckoneer raid that we can draw to give, or to create a frog for Tatsunari. But they just pass and do a bunch of stuff. Mill Chain Flail Centipede. Grow a shrine, their Ancient War Shrine, and deal 3 damage to us. We draw a land. I think that reconfiguring off is going to be helpful just for the fact that the board is pretty big at the moment. We might just need jump blockers, especially with our life going lower and lower. Interesting they're not holding their lands for visions. That might be a misplay thing on play on them, but don't think it's going to matter for them too much. Because we get like 3 more turns to live. Twisted Embrace. That's a good draw. Well, we will pump our Inkrise Infiltrator. Create a frog. Shoot the Go Shintai so we don't mill out anymore. Give Tatsunari and this frog unblockable until end of turn. Swing for 6. Okay, this game just became winnable. They trade with the Network Disruptor. Fine by me. We play land and pass the turn. The Go Shintai Boundless Vigors. Trample is definitely annoying, but livable. They can't really swing out with everything, or else we could just kill them on the crackback. Actually, they're just dead on the crackback anyway, so they might just have to swing. So unless they drew something, we can swing with Tatsunari, Kemi, and Inkrise, and they're just dead. Spinning Wheel Kick. That is a top deck. Wow. I thought we just top-decked one of our best spells to win the game, but I guess they had other plans. We'll cast a Containment Construct. Reconfigure. And pass the turn. This way we can trade off with the Go Shintai of Boundless Vigor if we want to. But looks like maybe not. As we're going to go down to 1. And I'm not sure what can get us out of this. And a suit up definitely won't do it, but we'll swing. If they don't work, block. Oh, okay. Yep. We will suit up Virus Beetle. High Speed Hover Bike. Well, that can tap down one thing, but it's still not enough. Yeah, they just can ping me at the end of turn anyway. That Spinning Wheel Kick top deck was just insane for them. Well. On to the next game. Alright, we are here in game 1, and this looks like a fine hand. It's missing blue. But besides that, it's looking pretty decent, so we'll keep. We'll see how this works. Swiftwater Cliffs, gain a life. Okay, do we want to run Network Disruptor or Dockside? Let's run the Dockside. That way we can still have the Network Disruptor's ability. And if we draw our Patchwork Automaton, or not Patchwork. Wait, yeah. The artifact that gets +++ encounters when you cast another artifact. We'll play Island, swing for 1, see if they block. They don't, so we get a free little damage. Cast a Virus Beetle. Ping, or have them discard a card. They discard a Forest. Ooh, this is the 5-color Shrines deck. I like it. We mill an Island and a Moon Circuit Hacker. Land, move to combat, swing. They block the Virus Beetle. 'Tis a shame. We'll ninjutsu in a Moon Circuit Hacker. Draw a card. And another Virus Beetle. Don't mind if I do. We'll cast that into the Dockside Chef to be more mana efficient. And because they have a flyer, Inkrise Infiltrator is not going to be that great. They discard Befriending the Moth, which is a little too slow in this matchup at the moment. End of turn, they pay and mill me 1. We mill Thirst for Discovery. We'll play Island, cast Network Disruptor, tap this, move to combat. We'll put a stop at end of combat just in case we draw a ninja that we want to ninjutsu in. We do not, so we can remove the stop. And we'll discard a land. We don't need any more lands. And now we'll cast an Arm Guard Familiar and a Dockside Chef. We'll play the Arm Guard Familiar instead of the Inkrise because it represents more damage, even though the activated ability on Inkrise is nice. They cast Behold the Unspeakable. That's annoying, so now our entire board is fogged for a turn. Well, we could equip Arm Guard, but that won't really do anything, so Patchwork Automaton, Inkrise Infiltrator. Pass a turn. Yeah, the 3/3 is definitely annoying, and so is the draw too. Scry 2, draw 2. But what can you do about it? Imperial Oath, yikes. I guess we're gonna have to win in the air. End of turn. Nothing. We'll move to combat. Swing in the air like that. Are they gonna block the Inkrise or the Network? They block the Inkrise? Like, if we have a ninja, they want to block the Disruptor, which we do, so correct thing to do. Get Moon Circuit Hacker into play. Draw a card into another Moon Circuit. Cast another Inkrise and pass the turn. And their Saga flips into a scary flyer, which will definitely Tamiya's completion. Because it's going to lose all abilities, it'll just instantly die as well, so that'll be nice. They play a Sky Blessed Samurai. Okay, that's super bad for us. Yeah, this is bad. We trade off with one of the Samurai and double block another. Since we don't really have the mana to pump into Dockside, I think I kind of like blocking like that. And we take 2. End of turn, we mill 1. Okiba Reckoneer Raid, we draw a land. I mean, I guess we just pass the turn. Tamiya's completion, the Sky Blessed Samurai, most likely. They Shrine Steward, what do they fetch? The Green Shrine, possibly? Yep, the Goshin type Boundless Vigor. Yep. We'll tap down the Sky Blessed Samurai. Their visions is really small at the moment, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Island. Reconfigure onto the Network Disruptor. Swing with both. Now their visions can't kill any or trade off with anything. And we'll Ninjutsu Moon Circuit. Trigger, we draw a card. Tatsunari Toad Rider. Now that's a good card. The 5 color or 4 color Shrine deck that splashes like one small card. Very annoying. They cast Ghost Shintai of Ancient Wars. That is not good at all. Considering they can grow their Lost Wisdom into giant mill S3 cards. Yeah, we're getting a little low on cards. Well, Tatsunari, Inkrise. No attacks and pass a turn. We still have one Okiba Reckoner raid that we can draw to give, or to create a frog for Tatsunari. But they just pass and do a bunch of stuff. Mill Chain Flail Centipede. Grow a shrine, their Ancient War Shrine, and deal 3 damage to us. We draw a land. I think that reconfiguring off is going to be helpful just for the fact that the board is pretty big at the moment. We might just need jump blockers, especially with their life going lower and lower. Interesting they're not holding their lands for visions. That might be a misplay thing on play on them, but don't think it's going to matter for them too much. Because we get like 3 more turns to live. Twisted Embrace. That's a good draw. Well, we will pump our Inkrise Infiltrator. Create a frog. Shoot the Ghost Shintai so we don't mill out anymore. Give Tatsunari and this frog unblockable until end of turn. Swing for 6. Okay, this game just became winnable. They trade with the Network Disruptor. Fine by me. We play land and pass the turn. The Ghost Shintai, Boundless Vigors. Trample is definitely annoying, but livable. They can't really swing out with everything, or else we could just kill them on the crackback. Actually, they're just dead on the crackback anyway, so they might just have to swing. So unless they drew something, we can swing with Tatsunari, Kemi, and Inkrise, and they're just dead. Spinning Wheel Kick. That is a top deck. Wow. I thought we just top decked one of our best spells to win the game, but I guess they had other plans. We'll cast a Containment Construct. Reconfigure. And pass the turn. This way we can trade off with the Ghost Shintai of Boundless Vigor if we want to. But looks like maybe not. As we're going to go down to 1. And I'm not sure what can get us out of this. And a suit up definitely won't do it, but we'll swing. If they don't work, block. Oh, okay. Yep. We will suit up Virus Beetle. High-speed hover bike. Well, that can tap down one thing, but it's still not enough. Yeah, they just can ping me at the end of turn anyway. That Spinning Wheel Kick top deck was just insane for them. Well. On to the next game. Alright, we are here in round 2. This hand looks fine. It's not amazing. It's missing black. But it's pretty aggressive. I like it. Arm Guard Familiar, Combat Trick, High Speed Overbike. Give them a nice hello. Gelatinous cube, always fun to look over. They play a Moth Rider Patrol. And a swamp is perfect, so we can turn to Virus Beetle. And they have to discard a card. They just discard planes. White-green, enchantments. Swing with Moth Rider. We'll play another Virus Beetle. Discard another card, OP. Another land. So they must have had like a 5-land hand or something. Or 4-land hand, draw land. Because if they're willing to discard 2 lands, that is a lot of land to be discarding. And they're not even playing anything either. Well, we'll play Roadside Reliquary, cast Armguard Familiar. Swing for 2, and pass a turn. They play a forest, like Boseiju, Shelter, or the 4-mana enchantment would be scary. It would take some time to set up, but it would definitely be scary. They swing for 1, fine by me. And Boseiju reaches Skyward. That was the card. Yeah, take a bit of time to set up, but besides that, really scary. And we draw a land. You can just cantrip the Roadside Reliquary, and I think that's what we're going to do. Just sacrifice it to draw a card. And Okiba Reckoner Raid, that's great. Drain them for 1, swing for 4, pass a turn. If they want, they can put their lands on top, a land on top of their library, but I doubt they want to. They play a forest. 7-Tail Mentor. That is fine. They don't even swing. Rude. Island. Move to combat, swing for 1. Suit up, since we don't really got much else better to do. They put the counter on the Moth Rider Patrol, that's fine. And then we'll cast a Virus Beetle. Number 3, please discard another card. Probably the forest. Yep. They get the 5/5 with reach, notably. Era of Enlightenment, sure thing. Yeah, their 4 spells have been, or only 2 of their spells have been really impactful, but they're both pretty hurting me a lot. They play Michiku's Reign of Truth, so that's going to be painful. But now it leaves themselves open to just tapping down their branch. As we play land, cast High Speed Hoverbike, tap branch, reconfigure to attach to a Virus Beetle, swing, and pass a turn. They go to 8 with the era and pump something. Yeah, sure. They can't even block the high-speed hoverbike because of Menace from the Road Captain. Sure. We go to 8. They cast a Harmonious Emergence, second main phase. That's interesting. Here's what we can do. Crew the Virus Beetle. Crew with the Virus Beetle. Reconfigure attaching to high-speed hoverbike. Swing for 4 Menace. They can't block. And then next turn, they die to the high-speed hover bike unless they hold back their Moth Rider Patrol and Branch of Boseiju. I mean, they could also just hold up 4 mana to tap with Moth Rider Patrol. But nobody wants to do that. They get their Hand of Enlightenment and Portrait of Michiko. Pretty scary stuff. We just need to get those last 4 points of damage in. And if they kill the Road Captain, the plan falls apart as well. We pass. And we'll cast Thirst for Knowledge. Draw 3 cards. We'll discard 2 lands. And Network Disruptor is the perfect draw. We'll play Dockside. Nah, let's just cast Network Disruptor. Enters battlefield, tap Moth Rider Patrol. Crew Network Disruptor. Equip to high-speed hoverbike. And swing for 4. Possibly lethal. Do they have, like, Boon of Boseiju? Repel the Vile. Yikes. Well, that sucks. That takes away the Menace. Well, we'll now play a Dockside Chef. Pass a turn. Yikes, that really sucked for us. Exiling our Road Captain like that. Twisted Embrace off the top would be amazing. They swing with the Portrait. We have to block here. Like, we could cantrip with it, but we have to block, or else we're going to take 4, and that puts us in range of other death. Imperial Oath. Why is it such a good card? Turns out 3 Samurai and Scry 3 is amazing. Kami of Terrible Secrets. Decent card, I hear. Draw card. Network Disruptor. They have 2 blockers in the air. Yeah. Not doing us any favors. Let's see, what are our outs? If it's a removal, if it's Twisted Embrace... what could be our out? I guess our out is Lethal Exploits off the top. Tap down Branch of Boseiju. Kill their Moth Rider Patrol. Or just a pump spell of any sort. If they swing with Moth Rider. Okay. Swing with the Forest. Sure thing. We'll chump block the Forest and feed it to the Dockside Chef. Chomp. Drawing a land. Not favorable. Era of Enlightenment. That will gain them 2 life, which is going to be very bad. Very soon. We draw land. I mean, I guess it's now or never. Draw Okiba Reckoner Raid. Play that. Drain. Play that. Tap Branch. Reconfigure. Attach to Network Disruptor. And swing for lethal. GG's. Wow. Okiba Reckoner Raid was the perfect draw. It was the only spell we could have drawn to win the game there. Wow. GG's, opponent. And thank you, RNGesus. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against Joker Jang, and this looks like a fine hand. Turn 1 Dockside, and then nothing for follow-up turn 2, but we're on the draw, so we'll probably find something. Plus, we can cast our entire hand, so everything looks pretty good. Start off with the Dockside. Do they have Voltage Surge? They probably do. But they don't want to cast it yet. The Modern Age. Wish we picked up one of those. Strong card. Especially with our Containment Construct. They discard a Searchlight Companion. Speak of the Devil. Swing for 1. Cast Containment Construct. Pass the turn. So they're a blue-red artifact deck, it looks like. Yeah, makes sense. Flame Discharge is what they had, I see. And then a Ninja's Kunai. Well, that's annoying. Well, they have no besides Ninja's Kunai. We'll just cast Tatsunari. Swing for 1. Pass the turn. They can equip the Ninja's Kunai, but their creature is still summoning 6, so they won't be able to do anything this turn. And then they just pass. Well, let's cast Okiba Reckoner Raid and create Kemi. Moved combat. Swing for 3. They obviously have something. Do they? Then they should have equipped the Kunai. Interesting. Well, we'll just pass since we can do everything at instant speed. I guess they swing the Kunai. Sure thing. Could have tapped it down for a turn, but I don't think it's worth it. A Virus Beetle. That's a nice draw. Moved combat. Do they throw the knife? They throw the knife at Tatsunari. Unluckily for them, we have Suit Up. And draw Black Source is perfect, so we can cast Virus Beetle. Please, discard a card. Yep, and they concede. Just some good old value. And aggro. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against Golden Faith. This hand looks fine. It's not amazing. Like Network Disruptor, we'd rather hold for the tap down, but I think we'll run it out here. Just as a 1/1 flyer. For if we do draw our ninja. They play a companion. The adorable dog. Sure thing. And as we draw the Moonstruck Hacker. So we will ninjutsu in. Draw a card. Play a swamp and pass the turn. Next turn, Tatsunari looks pretty sweet. Circuit Mender. We'll just be able to tap it down. Yep, just cast Tatsunari here. Pass the turn. We can cast Tamiya's Completion on whatever we need to start the value engine going. Draw a card. Play. Oh, they're another 5-color deck. Do we cast Tamiya's Completion now just for the 3/3? Or do we wait? Waiting is for people who try and think. You think we think on the channel? No. Getting Kemi down soon is great. Naomi, Pillar of Order. That is a card that I preferably don't like to see. Play land. Give these two unblockable. Swing. And cast Chainflail Centipede. If they swing with Naomi, they'll create another 2/2, but we'll be forced to double block, because this is just going to be too much value being pumped out. I mean, Tatsunari, Toad Rider, and Kemi is a 2-turn clock. Since they're at 12, so we'll see. Plus, if we draw enchantment and they play like a gain land, we'll be able to bring them back down to 2-turn clock. Yeah, hopefully Tatsunari's good enough here to win us the game. Seismic Wave. Ouch. Well, all that we're left with is Kemi. They get a 2/2. Can't really block it. Yikes. These dang control decks. And by control, I mean just value decks. Cast Thirst for Discovery, or Thirst for Knowledge. We'll discard Dismal Backwater and Island. We'll play land. Cast a Disruptor. Tap 1 Samurai. Swing with Kemi. We're willing to trade Kemi since we don't really have much enchantment synergy. Ribbit. They trade. We're happy. And then we will high-speed hoverbike, tapping Naomi, so that they don't get another Samurai, as they channel a Greater Tanuki. Interesting. They might be missing a blue source for, like, Behold. They get a blue source, they definitely have Behold the Unspeakable. They might just need, like, double colors or something. A red source, yeah, sure. So we're definitely going to have to win in the air in this game. They pass, we'll high-speed hoverbike. Tapping Naomi. They swing for 2, we'll take it. Take it like the bosses we are. Yeah, on our turn, we can tap down a blocker if they do draw one. Reckoneer's Bargain. Great. They gain a bunch of life, so now our clock is 3 turn. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do here. Yeah. We're just gonna have to out-aggro a Naomi Pillar of Order. I mean, they don't have any artifacts in play, so luckily it's not doing that much here. Never mind. I just willed it into existence by just merely talking about it. Let's cast a Virus Beetle. Force them to discard a card. We'll repel the Vial. Yeah, sure thing. Play land. Crew the high-speed hoverbike, tapping the Centipede. Yeah, Centipede. Reconfigure the Centipede onto the Disruptor. Move to combat. Swing. So this will be a 3-turn clock. I think we want to hold this Network Disruptor since it doesn't change the speed that we're dealing damage by any amount. And it can tap down a blocker. They cast Season of Renewal. Great. Punished for not playing the Network Disruptor, because then we would still have the 5-turn clock with 6 damage. This is a definitely sticky situation that we've got ourselves into. We'll chump block Naomi. What are some good draws? Twisted Embrace brings back our clock to 12. Yeah, Twisted Embrace off the top would be amazing. So we pray to you, RNGesus, please give us Twisted Embrace off the top, and let us continue to serve thy bidding. Fade into Antiquity makes it harder. Containment Construct, not bad. Crew, I mean, the only way we can really win this is out aggroing them, so... Sling some spells. Tap the terminal. Swing for 4. And pass the turn and let the chain flail Centipede fall off. Like, sure, reconfiguring it, moving it to the Network Disruptor is fine, but don't think it's worth... Is this Spinning Wheel Kick? Spinning Wheel Kick twice has killed us. GG's, OP. Yeah. Spinning Wheel Kick has killed us in the first game and the second game. On to the next game. Alright, we are here with 2 losses and 2 wins, and this looks like a fine hand. So this is round 5. We have no enchantment for Kami yet, but we'll probably draw one as we draw one. Ask and you shall receive. Do we lead off with a Containment Construct or Virus Beetle? I think we lead off with Virus Beetle here, as they play a Spirited Companion, so... They're just complete opposite cards. One of them draws a card for you, the other one discards a card for your opponent. They're both 1/1s, they're white and black. They just have all the differences in the world. Land, move to combat, swing for 1. They'll trade. That is fine. We don't got any ninjas in hand anyway. Then we'll cast a Dockside Chef and a Containment Construct. Use our Artifact and Enchantment for Kami. Yeah, I never like looking at that card too much. We're still missing a black source for Twisted Embrace. Thank you, RNGesus. I love you. Let's Twisted Embrace the Containment Construct to be more aggressive. Yeah. And now we can swing. We also now have a modified creature for lethal exploits. So now we can give something -3/-3. And now it's -2/-2 still. What is up with these 5-color decks? I hate them so much. Well, we'll play a Network Disruptor. Tap their land. Cast Kami of Terrible Secrets. Gain a life and draw a card. Suit Up is great. Combat Trick, removal spell. As Imperial Oath. Well, that's annoying. Yikes. How will we beat past this? I mean, it's only 3 2/2s. We could possibly get past it. They scry 2 to the top and 1 to the bottom. Move to combat, swing with both of these. They triple block. Okay. Well, we can lethal exploits one of them. And then suit up as well. Let's suit up first, see what we draw. Network Disruptor. Yeah, lethal exploit. Just cancel out their Imperial Oath. And since suit up is a one cantrips, we just 1 for 1. But they are going to draw 2 spells in a row, so that's going to be a problem. And it's their best spell first, so let's see what they drew. Wasn't Spinning Wheel Kick. Hopefully, anyway. If we die to Spinning Wheel Kick for a 3rd time, I am going to cry myself to sleep tonight. Move to combat, swing. Cast Thirst for Knowledge. Discard the Virus Beetle. Yeah, let's discard the Virus Beetle here. Then cast an Inkrise. No, I think I like the Virus Beetle since they only have 2 cards in hand. But the Network Disruptor taps something down. Let's discard the Virus Beetle. Cast Inkrise Infiltrator, pass the turn. What was their second card that they kept on top? Boseiju reaches skyward. Okay, that's a fair card to keep on top, but it's definitely going to be too slow for this. Atushi, the Blazing Sky. I stand corrected. Network Disruptor. Tap Atushi. Land. Move to combat. Swing with everything. Ninjutsu, the Network Disruptor back to hand. So we get another tap and pump the Infiltrator to get that extra 2 points of damage. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Second chapter doesn't do anything. Now, how do they survive? Jukai Naturalist? Sure. Spinning Wheel Kick. Please don't be Spinning Wheel Kick. Please don't be Spinning Wheel Kick. Pretty please? With the cherry on top? Oh, thank God. I just, like, saw them hovering over Inkrise Infiltrator, Kami. I'm like, oh, what? Why? Who hurt you this way? Network Disruptor, tap you down. High-speed hover bike, tap Atushi. Swing for lethal. GG's OP. Oh, you gave me a heart attack when you were hovering over everything. I don't want to die to Spinning Wheel Kick again. Okay, on to the next game. Alright, we are here on the draw. This looks like a fine-looking hand. Tapland is a little weird, though, but Okiba Reckoner Raid turn 1, turn 2 Virus Beetle, turn 3 Moon Circuit. Doesn't look bad. And if we can bounce the Okiba Reckoner Raid, all the better. Era of Enlightenment. Problem card? Yes, especially if they draw 2, or scry 2. To the top. We cast a Virus Beetle. They discard a card. Just a Gonjo Exemplar. Fine by me. Play a Spirited Companion. We flicker the Okiba Reckoner Raid. Like, if we want to cast Moon Circuit Hacker, like, we want to ninjutsu it instead of just hard casting it, but Can't ninja with the Spiriting Companion. We don't want to cast Suit Up on just a companion. We'll just play the Dismal Backwater here and pass the turn. It's really bad tempo, not using our mana, but not much else we can do here. They cast another companion, sure thing. And they pass. Swamp. Move to combat. Swing with the Road Captain. Block with both of those. We'll suit it up. No lethal exploits, please. If that's return to action, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We kill both, or even better, we just don't kill at all, and they don't draw a card. Here we make the big brain plays. By dealing no damage to the Spirited Companion. They cast a Long Reach of Night. We will happily discard some cards. Or flooding out anyway. A Virus Beetle. We'll swing with everything. Ninjutsu, the Maroon Circuit Hacker. Trigger, draw a card. Chain Flail Centipede. It looks pretty good. Recast a Reckoner Raid. Cast a Chain Flail. Their turn, we will discard another land. Because boy, do we not want those. If they try and play something scary, we can just twist and embrace it. Speak of which, a Sunblade Samurai, I think is considered scary. So, twist and embrace. Shoot the Samurai. Move to combat, swing with everything. Gives it +2/+0. They take it. Trigger, we get to loot. Discard island. And then force him to discard. Please choose your least favorite card in hand. A Blizzard Blade Kitsune. The weird thing about this is that seeing its ninjutsu for 4 makes it look so much worse than it is. Like, it's still a 2/2 double strike for 3. There's nothing wrong about that. Just feels so bad because you're not ninjutsuing it for 4, and when you do ninjutsu it for 4, it also feels horrible. Because who wants to ninjutsu it for 4 mana? Nobody. Well, Dockside Chef. Pretty decent draw. We'll pass the turn since we're not reconfiguring onto anything. We'll cash in the Virus Beetle for a card here. Draw a card. And our turn. Patchwork Automaton. We'll also cash that in for a card. Since it's not that great. But drawing lands isn't that great either. But they are also drawing lands, so that's helpful. Tatsunari, there it is. Tatsunari Toad Rider. And we'll reconfigure now. Because next turn, if they don't draw anything, then we can swing openly with Tatsunari. Because it'll get +2/+0, and they only have 2 power to block. Hopefully they just drew another land. 3rd land in the row. They pass. Move to combat. Swing for 5. They take it. And we pass the turn. And they concede. GG's, opponent. GG's. Just getting a 3 power 3 toughness there. Even a vanilla 3/3 there. Just won us the game. GG's. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against Snitched, and this was like a fine hand. Turn 1 Disruptor, turn 2 Circuit Hacker. Ninjutsu'd. Looks pretty good. And we don't want to tap the Network Disruptor because it's the optimal thing to do, just because in case they have a rapid battery. Which is all possible. Kami of Terrible Secrets looks pretty good since we have an enchantment, an artifact in hand, but we still need to draw lands to it. But we'll eventually draw some lands. Plus 4 lands is just enough lands for this deck. We don't want any more. Because that way we can just cast all our spells. Network Disruptor. Tap our own land, pass turn. They play a Blossoming Sands. Please don't be the 5-color deck again. Ninjutsu. Take action. Yeah, we'll Disruptor. We're not going to cast it next turn. And if we do, we just have lethal exploits anyway. Looks like they might be the 3-color deck, or just an enchantment deck. Who knows? Land, move to combat, swing. I'm happy to trade with the Generous Visitor here. Take action, loot, discard land. And we'll cast Exploits on the Visitor. Sure, they could have had an aura that they might have wanted to enchant the Generous Visitor with, but it's better to do it now. Grafted Growth. Swing. Moon Circuit, bouncing a Moon Circuit. Moon Circuit, bouncing a Disruptor. Draw 2 cards without discarding a single card. Looks good to me. Draw land. Okay, maybe pitching the land wasn't the best idea if we didn't have another land lined up. They play a Shrine Steward, sure thing. What do they get? Goshentai of Shared Purpose. Boo. Nobody likes that card. They block one of them, that's fine. Trigger, we loot. Discard. Arm Guard? Or Beetle? Let's discard a Beetle. We're missing a Black Source for Twisted Embrace, though. So that's a problem. Sadly, we discarded a Black Source. They are forced to discard a card. What card do you want to discard, OP? It might have been worth it just Thirst for Knowledge and Network Disruptor here. Just so we can search for that Black Source for Twisted Embrace. They discarded Plains. Arm Guard Familiar. If we rip a Swamp off the top, that would be for the best. But Tatsunari is a close second. Cast the Toad Rider. And a Disruptor. We'll tap the Goshentai. Let's swing with everything. We're definitely going to lose our Moon Circuit Hacker here, but that's fine. We have another enchantment in hand for Kami. And we punch in 3 damage. This Moon Circuit Hacker's done work this game. The one mistake we might have made was like just doing the Moon Circuit followed by Moon Circuit rather than just casting a spell. That might have been something we should have done differently, but if that's my mistake, I'm fine with my mistake being attempting to get value. That's how I want to phrase it. Failure to get value. Kill the Go Shintai, and they concede. GG's, OP. Well, I mean, we made our gems back. On to the next game. Alright, we are here against GIFs, and this looks like a great hand. Turn 1 Dockside, turn 2 Moon Circuit. Or if we want to get greedy and hold it for Virus Beetle, that would also be fine as well. Like, if they don't... We're on the play, so it might be worth it. If they don't have a 2-drop that can block Virus Beetle, it would be amazing. Maybe we don't get greedy. We'll see. If they play a tap land here... let's go with maximum greed. Come on, no 2-drops. No 2-drops. And if they do have a 2-drop, hopefully it's like Era of Enlightenment or something. Nizumi Prowler. 3-color? Kappa Attack Wrecker. Boo. Well, that puts a damper on things. I think we still swing with everything. Block the Virus Beetle. Ninjutsu in the Moon Circuit. Trigger, draw a card. And pass the turn. High Speed Hover Bike, tapping the Tech Wrecker. Do they have Master's Rebuke? I mean, if they do, that's fine. A Bank Buster, even worse. Well, Bank Buster's a problem. But so is his Tech Wrecker. I mean, we can completion later. No, let's completion the Tech Wrecker now. Might have been correct to play the Roadside Reliquary there. Instead, so we can pitch a land. Now we'll discard a Virus Beetle. They still have 5 cards in hand, so it's not amazing. And they'll probably have a handful of black cards anyway, so... Considering that they discarded a Nizumi Prowler and haven't played a black card. Speaking of which, they drew a Swamp into Okiba. Well, Tatsunari Toad Rider. Crew. Swing. Ninjutsu, bouncing the high-speed hover bike. So now we can tap something else down. Draw a card. Draw a card, discard a card. We'll discard an island. And cast Dockside Chef, get Kemi. Look at that value. So much of value. If they spend their mana drawing a card, that's fine. It's pretty expensive. It takes up half their mana. And they play a Blade of the Oni. Yeah, sure. Let's give... We could tap it down, deal 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, they're just dead. So we high-speed hover bike, tap Blade of the Oni. Move to combat, swing with everything. They go down to 2. Cast Okiba. Oh, well, we get to loot twice. Sure thing. Discard Patchwork. Discard another land. And then cast Okiba Reckoner Raid. Kemi trigger. Drain them. And Okiba will deal the final point of damage. GG's, opponent. GG's. On to the next game. But before that, nice rank up. Hooray! Alright, we are on the play this time, and this hand's fine. It's not amazing, but we'll keep. We'll play an island and pass. A Virus Beetle, perfect draw. If we draw any ninjas, it's even better. Especially if it's a Moon Circuit. Because then we can, or well, our only ninja's Moon Circuit, since we never picked up any Mukotai Ambushers. But yeah. It's looking really good, because if we... Or Moonsnare prototypes. Okay, come on. We pray to you, RN Jesus, to give us a Moon Circuit hacker from the top. Our Lord and Savior, amen. Dang it. He did not hear our pleas. We'll just have to try harder next time. Pass a turn. We'll thirst for knowledge. They play a Circuit Mender, sure thing. Thirst. Discard 2 islands. Play Swamp. Cast Virus Beetle, so they have less information. We might just high-speed hoverbike here instead. Yeah, let's high-speed hoverbike. That way we can be more mana efficient next turn, being able to cast Kami and Okiba. Plus, since they discarded a Moonsnare prototype, they might have a second. Befriending the Moths. I mean, that allows them to swing. We'll tap down the Hand of Enlightenment. So we get to swing. Our turn. Roadside Reliquary. Cast Okiba Reckoner Raid. Cast Kami of Terrible Secrets. Crew with a Virus Beetle rather than a Kami, so we can hold that black on defense. Swing. And pass turn. And now we can cash in this Roadside Reliquary to draw 2 cards. Yep. We'll be able to block hand. Hope, never mind. Intercessor's Arrest. They swing. We draw a Suit Up. Good card. Well. Swamp. Cash in the Roadside Reliquary. Patchwork Automaton. Seems pretty decent. Yeah, let's be aggressive. I probably should have crewed with the Patchwork Automaton for an extra damage. Hopefully that 1 damage doesn't matter. Knowing me, I'm probably going to get punished for missing that 1 point of damage. Since we're not blocking with the Automaton anyway. Ow. Do they have a ninja? Like, if they have a ninja, bouncing our stuff isn't that amazing. Blade Blizzard Kitsune. It feels bad ninjutsuing that in. But it's still a decent card. Tatsunari, Toad Rider. Good draw. Land. We can even crew the high-speed hoverbike. It has Menace. Yeah, I like that. But then we can't block the Imperial Moth. Let's move to combat. Same with everything. We probably think we have like a ninja and they'll block the Automaton, which makes sense. But we do not. We have a Suit Up instead. And then we'll cast Tatsunari, Toad Rider. Pass turn. We can block the Hand of Enlightenment now, but not the Blizzard Blade. Oh. Oh no. AO is scary. But they just pass. And Tameo's completion. Perfect draw. It's even an enchantment, so now we can give Tatsunari unblockable. Crew using a road captain. Swing for 5. And next turn they're dead, even with Circuit Mender. Because then we can swing with the high speed Tatsunari and Kemi. And that'll be 8 damage exactly. Will this be the 7 wins of Kamigawa? They go to 8. Do they have, like, the 2 mana instant? They have Michiko's Reign of Truth, giving Blizzard Blade Kitsune +2/+2. Or, plus, yeah, they have Intercessor's Rest. +4/+4 in hand. But we'll just jump block. And our turn rolls around. Give that unblockable. Crew. Swing for 8. Good game, OP. Good game. Ooh, well, that was a fun deck, although wasn't promising at the start. Ended up going 7-2. Feels good to be back at Kamigawa drafts. Not drafting my normal 5-color decks that I hate playing against but love playing with. So yeah. Missing those 2 Mokkai Ambushers hurt a lot. Red also looked really open with the Synthesizer, Mechanaut, and stuff like that, but our deck still ended up being amazing, especially with Tatsunari giving those last bits of damage, being unblockable is really powerful. But yeah, if you have any things that you might want to, like, would have drafted differently, let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. If you're still here, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out.